I'm often asked by dentists if I represent both buyer and seller. As a normal course of business, I only represent one party. I believe there's a fiduciary responsibility that I have to the owner of the practice and the person who hires me to represent their interests and their interests only. I assist with the transition, so I help the other party, the buyer usually, understand the process and understand how things will map out, but they need to get their own representation and pay for their own representation. So I just believe in that, eliminating that conflict of interest that may exist. On occasion, I may have a dentist who calls me and says, for example, I own a practice. My son, who has been working in the practice for some time, wishes to buy me out, and we wish to change roles, and ultimately I will become the employee associate dentist, and my son would be the owner. And at that point, I ask them if they would prefer that I represent the transaction, not representing either party more so than the other, but representing the deal that exists. And sometimes they agree. And in that case, I would be representing the transaction, again, not any one party more so than the other. Everything's transparent, everything's out on the table, and in those situations they're very satisfied because they feel that they've received guidance and counsel and the opinions of the ways in which these transitions work well, so that in fact they have a successful transition amongst themselves. But as a normal course of business, I typically represent just one party. Again, it's that fiduciary responsibility I believe that I have and owe to my client. It's not that it's a wrong thing or illegal to represent both parties or anything that's drastically wrong. It's just a philosophical choice that I have, and it seems to work out very well for the parties.
Discover the ADS difference today. Contact us for a free consultation.